This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather. And let me tell you, I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way. There's nothing but blue skies coming your way. I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather.
At the dough. At the dough. At the dough. Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread.
This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather. This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather. And let me tell you, I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way. Blue skies. Blue skies. Blue skies coming your way. Coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. Coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. Coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. Coming your way.
It is Saturday, January 25th, and you are watching You Don't Watch Sports right here on the Feo Grande YouTube network. I am Bill Smith, and I am joined, as always, by the man, the myth, the legend, Feo Grande himself, Omari Ellis. Omari, how was your sports week, good sir?
Kind of sad, just because I was wrong on a couple occasions last week. So kind of sad, but excited for the future to come. Let's talk about it.
All right, we're going to get into it because we cover 3 topics here on You Don't Watch Sports, just to sprinkle a little bit of sports information into your casual conversation, as we are your guiding light through the sea that is sports talk. Now, topic number 1, Omari. Let's get into it.
Yes.
Why you sad?
NFL weekend. Divisional round was last weekend, and boy, it did not go the way it did not go the way optimists were expecting. Some teams were out of there, like the Detroit Lions. Not the best game. The Lions, 2 wounded. Turns out 20 people on the IR. It's 20 people too many. Not the best game they had. They got beat by the Commanders. They were slain. I believe you called that, though, so good job there. The Eagles beat the Rams, so yay. The Bills beat the Ravens. Disappointing drops and fumbles by Lamar and Mark Andrews. Lamar in the first half had an interception and a fumble, I believe. Second half, they started to come back, and Mark Andrews had a notable fumble and the most notable drop in the end zone of the 2-point conversion that would have tied it up, and at the very least, possibly forced an overtime. But it was that drop that dropped the season for the Ravens. They were gone. And of course, the Texans lost to the Chiefs. The Texans, they outgained their opponent by 100 yards, had 0 turnovers, and they're the first team to do so and lose in the playoffs. Prior to them, teams in such a situation were 49-0. But the Texans couldn't get out of their own way. End of the day, discipline wins championships. Solid football play. Mistake-free football. That is what the Chiefs are about. You don't go ahead, be up 100 yards, and then lose it because you got a lot of penalties if you're the Chiefs, okay? You play the game right, and you win. And that's what they did. So, and there was no complaining whatsoever about the referees. Everybody thought those were great calls this whole past week. Haven't heard a single complaint. That said,
yeah, there is a couple of notable plays of roughing the passer on Patrick Mahomes for that are very pivotal moments in this game. That a lot of people are calling into question.
I don't know about a lot of people. A lot of salty people, maybe. Chiefs did it. But it wasn't even just the Texans that were in that weird situation. Fun fact about last weekend, in all 4 matchups, the team with more total yards lost. Because you couldn't put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, you got to finish the job.
Yeah,
you got to finish the job
in the end zone. So that's that. So this week we got Chiefs versus Bills. And we got Eagles versus the Commanders.
So last week I had modified my prediction to declare that we were going to have a repeat of a Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl. I'm still running with that. Although as a man who does not care about Kansas City, wouldn't mind at all if Buffalo beat them this week. Wouldn't mind at all. Certainly the story allows it. The perennial underdog, like these two teams exactly match, always finding themselves here in this position, and one always moves forward while one stays behind.
Yeah.
That. If the world is just, eventually,
if we indeed
that's gotta flip.
Yeah, if we indeed have blue skies coming our way, you would assume the underdog would finally overthrow the overdog on either side. The Commanders doing this, or the Chiefs doing that, or the Bills taking that. I like the Bills. I want the Bills fans to have their chance, at a Super Bowl. They're over here breaking tables for no reason. They've been breaking tables for years. Bills Mafia, let's go. And they're just celebrating not having any success, just breaking tables for the hell of it. Let's break some tables in festivities and revelry. Break tables and revelry. Let's do that. So I want the Bills to do it. That said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And the Chiefs and Eagles are probably still going to be playing the Super Bowl game. So that's pretty much what I got to say about that. It'd be nice to see the reverse, Commanders and Bills. Apparently some guy 7 years ago predicted it in some random thing I saw in a tweet before we went live. He's like, in 2025, it'll be the Bills versus the Washington now Commanders. He couldn't predict the future that much. He called them a different name, and it wasn't football team. But yeah, that's the NFL. We got that going on this weekend. Conference championships.
All right, looking forward to it. Big things. We'll be talking about Super Bowl next week. Let's go into topic number 2, Omari. We have now declared our 2025 entrance to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
Okay.
This is the elite of the elite in the sport of baseball. First off, in our Veterans Committee entries, these are folks that did not make it through the traditional ballot, and the Veterans Committee are allowed to select from a group of players. And we have Dick Allen and Dave Parker from way back in the day. Let's see, from they're both 70s ball players, I believe. Yeah, 70s. Well, actually, Dave Parker played for quite a long time. So congratulations to the two of them.
Indeed.
And then our traditional Hall of Fame ballot, we have for the first time on the ballot, Ichiro Suzuki becoming the first Japanese-born baseball player to enter the Hall of Fame. Only one vote shy from being a unanimous selection to the Hall of Fame. Like, who is that one guy? Make yourself known,
Yeah,
so we
that's
can all
crazy.
mock you.
Could have been a unit. Wait, there's 394 people voted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Such a
receive
weird number.
you receive your ability to vote, I believe, by being a part of the Baseball Writers of America Union.
Okay.
Which you have to be that by being a baseball journalist for a certain amount of years, kind of thing. Yeah, so there's one guy out there in the world that said that one of the greatest living hitters does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, even though literally every single other person, although it's not that uncommon, weirdly, Omari, there's only been one person unanimously voted into the Hall of Fame. Oddly, it's the only reliever to be ever voted. It's Mariano Rivera, the former closer from the Yankees, was unanimously voted 100%. But folks like Derek Jeter, Ken Griffey Jr., hell, Babe Ruth in the first ever Hall of Fame induction did not get voted in unanimously. So Ichiro is just another one of those people in that list of should have been, but didn't. We also got on the first time on their ballot CC Sabathia, former starting pitcher started in the Cleveland baseball team, traded to the Milwaukee Brewers for half a season, and then finishing up a long stretch as a New York Yankee.
That's
incredible big man pitcher.
Yeah. I always like the name
Yeah.
Sabathia.
Yeah, he was a cool dude and has a great post baseball career as well. And then also on the final year of eligibility, the 10th year on the ballot, Billy Wagner gets entered into the Hall of Fame with an 82.5% vote. Just on the threshold with 70% and 66% likely, usually with the odds of things, likely to receive their nominations next year. You have Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones. Notable removals from the ballot. You have to receive at least 5% yes votes, Omari, to stay on the ballot for next year. Notable people who did not receive enough votes and will not be on the ballot after their first year in action. You have a Hanley Ramirez, an Ian Kinsler, Troy Tulowitzki, Carlos Gonzalez. These are all folks that baseball fans of our age would recognize as notable folks. Fernando Rodney, 0 votes, will no longer have an entrant on the Hall of Fame ballot. So that is our list. Congratulations this year to Ichiro Suzuki, CC Sabathia, Billy Wagner, and then from the Veterans Committee, Dick Allen and Dave Parker. Congratulations.
Is this the Alex Rodriguez on here?
The Alex Rodriguez, absolutely.
All right.
Came in this year at 37.1% of the votes.
Okay.
It is we still do not have a admitted steroid user being entered into the Hall of Fame.
Admitted.
And so that's what that's what's going on there.
Okay.
Because obviously his stats would be a first ballot, no doubter. You'd have the argument of why wasn't he unanimous if
not for the allegations.
Correct.
Understood.
And not just allegations, admitted.
So he did admit.
Yes, he admitted that he's spent multiple seasons of his career. I believe one very early on in his year after he was trying to come back from an injury and he wanted to come back quicker, so he started taking them.
So is he the first admitted steroid user to get in?
No, he's not in. He only got
Oh.
37% of the vote,
Oh.
or he only got 37%. 37% yes.
Okay, I'm thinking these are the people who got. Everyone on this list is people who got in.
Oh no,
How many-
yeah,
how
the
much
list
do
that
you
you're
need?
seeing, only the top three names.
Only the
got
top
in.
3 votes. Makes sense.
Because
All
I
right.
believe the threshold is 77% yes.
Gotcha. So
what you have to
Beltron was on
receive.
the threshold.
Right.
Gotcha. All right.
So yeah, he's not in. So far, no admitted steroid user
Okay.
has been admitted.
That makes more sense now. That's why you're like admitted. Okay, so he hasn't admitted. That's why you got in. That's why I was confused. But then you're like, all right, cool though. Good shit to Ichiro and Sabathia and Wagner.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you're the first ever of anything, congratulations. Setting the trends. I'm sure multiple countrymen to follow. Let's move on to topic number 3, Omari. WWE has a big event this evening. It is Saturday night's main event, live on NBC and Peacock tonight. Let's run through what's going to happen. I just want to hear your thoughts on things.
All right.
Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens are scheduled to have a ladder match for the true WWE champion at Royal Rumble, and they will be meeting up tonight to, I guess, do a contract signing and also relinquish the belts
So
to one
break a table
Shawn
or two.
Michaels, because they're in San Antonio.
Oh, of course.
So you gotta get Shawn on the show. So probably a fight. Do you think Kevin does something physical to Shawn?
I do. I think Shawn would be willing to take a bump or whatever.
Yeah, nice way to get heat before the big match. Just that extra cherry on the.
You gotta have the
on top.
contract signing. You know the set's gonna be taken apart by the end of
What's
it.
he gonna do?
So
Is it just a stunner? Is it a pop-up power bomb, or does he pile drive him?
I think it would be coolest if he pile drove him, because with Shawn being, in his backstage role nowadays, that's perfect. You really take him off the shelf for a while. You could really have him off the shelf for as long as you want because he's all backstage.
Yeah. Canonically,
yeah.
he doesn't even run NXT anymore. That's the Rock's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the general manager of NXT. I mean, he's around. He's canonically around,
But he's not
she runs NXT.
Okay, yeah. So even more, all the more reason, pile drive. I was first thinking pop up power bomb, but then I remembered his back problem, so I'm like, it probably won't be onto the apron. But then I remembered, oh yeah, he's pile driving people nowadays and really selling the pile driver. So yeah, he pile drives Shawn because he already did it to Cody, and he's just gonna fight Cody.
Yeah, I would like to see pile driver. I think you could do a pop-up power bomb maybe through a table.
Well, yeah, table. That's what I was thinking at first. Like, as if not the apron, through a table, because it's a contract signing. That table usually breaks like 9 times out of 10.
You usually got to break that table. If Kevin Owens isn't the one breaking that table with Shawn, then probably Cody puts Kevin through the table.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's get into our only non-title match of the evening. The Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, is going to be fighting the monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman.
Oh man.
I'm gonna call it here. Jacob Fatu's got to win this thing.
Yeah, I'm a Braun fan, but Jacob's winning this. He's got the.
He's got the rocket ship on his back. We're fresh off of SmackDown on Friday night last night, where he cut a promo on the way to the ring. It's over. It's over. Give him everything. Give him everything. Put the rocket on his back. Send him to the sky. This is hopefully just the start. Like this is one of those things where I'm okay with a squash match on Braun Strowman.
Well,
On Braun Strowman.
let's be honest. Squash or no squash, this ain't lasted a long time.
No, it's not like that. It's not like he's a cardio guy.
Yeah, it's the big meaty men bumping meat type shit. When you get broad, it's like maybe a finisher parade where they just hit each other with the finishers like 8 times. But
Yeah.
it's either a squash or that. But it ain't lasted long.
IC title match, Omari. We got Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Sheamus still
Never
won the Intercontinental title. But like kind of bored. Kind of bored. I feel like Braun Breaker, Sheamus, Ludwig Kaiser have been fighting for like 5 months in different combinations.
Yeah, I think. See, part of me wants to be like, so they finally ended with Sheamus having his moment. And actually, I could see, given everything else going on, I could see Sheamus winning this to give the crowd some kind of like, woo, before business continues as usual with the rest of the night. If any of the titles changing tonight, I see that one.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I'm heavily inclined to believe in Braun because
I would agree with you that the percentage chance of title change is highest here.
Yeah, so that's the only reason I'm saying Sheamus is because, yeah, why not? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna be that match.
I think you could be right. I could also see this not going his way, and then maybe getting obsessive
Yeah, that's more likely.
for the road to WrestleMania.
That's more likely, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
why not? If they want to
Like,
end him versus
I
Braun,
wouldn't-
you do that kind
I
of.
wouldn't hate. I wouldn't hate a because as I said, I'm kind of bored. I'm admittedly a little bored. I wouldn't hate a loss here, a declaration on Monday that Sheamus is going to be entering the Royal Rumble, and if he wins, he will be challenging Braun.
Okay.
Like just to get over his obsession with this shit to the point where Mania he puts his career on the line for the title. And then you give it to him.
Okay. I wouldn't hate that either.
But I do agree with you that if anything changes tonight, I think it's here because it seems like that's what Triple H thinks of Braun too. Is he's a guy who can kind of drop it and pick it up
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
Yeah. he runs 100 miles an hour head first into everything. Once in a while, that's gonna backfire, but he'll just, blah, I'm gonna run again. I don't learn, and then he wins the next time because that's just what he do.
Yeah. Let's go to the women's world title match. We have our champion Rhea Ripley versus our challenger Nia Jax. This is the Omari gets points match in Saturday night's
I
main
would
event.
be fine with whoever wins this match. That said, I think Rhea's winning because, again, she's. Yeah, I already said it was far less likely than Braun losing.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good thing for the casuals of what this NBC show apparently is trying to be. Like her, like Nia Jax or not, she's a heat magnet. She gets some of the strongest boos on TV right now. You have Rhea who gets some of the biggest cheers right now. It's super easy. It's
a very good strength display for look how strong Rhea
right.
is.
It's a very straight up story match for Rhea of like, can I riptide her? Oh look, she riptide her. Wow, she's so strong and awesome. Rhea wins. I don't see how this goes any other way.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And yeah, if you follow our fantasy league where we have drafted WWE superstars to earn us points and wins and losses, Omari has both of these women on his team. So he's banking points either way since it's a title match on pay-per-view.
Hey, I need him.
Well,
Okay?
not pay-per-view, but like special
Yeah.
event. All right, Omari. What I'm hoping, what I would assume is the main event of the night.
Saturday night's main event, if you will.
Main event.
Yes.
Jey Uso
Oh. Think it's time?
challenging for the World Heavyweight title against Gunther. I know everybody loves Gunther. I like Gunther too. Gunther's amazing. Yes, Gunther should be dominating. He should be beating up everybody. Jey Uso only has 4 moves. He's not a worker. He's just a mascot. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care, Omari. I'm putting it on it right now. Give this man the belt. He is so fucking popular. He is so cool. I don't care about any of it right now. Any of your detractors against Jey Uso, I say I acknowledge them and I do not care about them. Have Gunther beat the shit out of Jey Uso for 15 minutes, constant near falls, and then give Jey Uso the fucking win. I'm calling it right now. I want to see it. I want it to be tonight. I want it to end the show. I think it would be gigantic. Just like the IC belt, you could literally take it off of him on Monday.
Well, that would squander the whole thing. No, he's going to have to hold that for a while after beating Gunther.
I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I think it's exactly like his IC title win, where it's just like you have photos now of you're the title winner. You're in the lineage now as a title winner. And Gunther can very credibly walk back out here and power bomb you 6 times, Brock Lesnar style, and pin you in the rematch. I would be okay with it. I know some people don't like it, but
If Jey wins, that's cool because we don't need another 3-year-long reign for anybody. And we're already reaching damn near. We're already reached a year with Cody, pretty much.
getting close.
Yeah.
If he doesn't lose it at the Rumble, it's unlikely. It's very, very likely that he holds it a year plus.
Yeah, and Gunther had the previous title, the IC, for 666 days, the most evil reign in all Intercontinental Championship history.
Romans
he could
1340
lose this.
something.
Yeah, so he could lose this to Jey, and I'd be fine with it in terms of that. But I wouldn't be fine if they just took it off of Jey the next Monday. Put it on, keep it, because then it's like, well, no, you beat one of these motherfuckers.
No,
you
yeah,
should be in that pantheon.
I feel that. What about Elimination Chamber?
Okay, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Hold it a couple weeks at least. Don't miss this. I love me some Miz. Clearly, I love me some Miz. I got the Miz shirt on in the background, so that's not a shot at the Miz. But the Miz doesn't necessarily. That most recent championship reign of his was literally like 24 hours before Lashley beat his ass. I want Jey to hold it for a bit. It's just him, Oos, day one ish. It's big. It's popular. He made it this, like you said. If you're gonna put the belt on him ever, now's the time. And let him have it for like a few weeks, you know? And then have somebody beat him like Elimination Chamber. But yeah.
What is your honest opinion? What do you think's actually gonna happen?
That said, while I would be okay with Jey winning, speaking of fantasy points, I've got Gunther, the Ring General. And I'm also a bigger fan of Gunther. I don't have the same detractions of only 4 moves Jey. I've watched too many New Day Uso matches and loved both teams to shit on the wrestling ability. But yeah, I'm picking Gunther. The Ring General.
Alrighty. Well, that's going to be our 3 topics here today on You Don't Watch Sports. If you like watching us talk about other stuff, you can, as aforementioned, mock draft on Mondays. Mostly a wrestling show. Occasionally we go into odd other topics. Then we have This Guy Hasn't Seen on Tuesdays, where we share media back and forth that one guy has seen, the other one hasn't. It's kind of like a movie club, like a book club kind of thing. It's pretty cool. You have Whatever We Want, Whenever They Want, usually on Wednesdays. And that's with a good friend of the channel, Super Jazz.
Super Jazz.
As nature intended.
Yes.
What else we got for him, Amari?
Oh, yes. Also, I have a Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi. That is Giotavi. Come on in. Stop on die. We're streaming every day. Yeah, I messed up. I was trying to say every day and didn't say stop and die. Stop and die. Stop on by. I'm streaming Earn Day 240. You know what that means. But yeah, we're going to go ahead. Unless you got anything else to say. It clearly does not. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Adiosness.